Hey everybody, Tom Barnes, Stories from the 78. A big event going on here in the Highland Park, Ravinia area. It is the Ravinia Farmers Market, the Taste of Ravinia, all happening today. And I have my friend Ed, who has this spot behind me called the Organic Food Club. He's the guru of all things farmers market, organic food. I'm gonna talk to him now for this story from the 78. All right, so I'm here in Highland Park at the Organic Food Club at the Organic Teaching Garden. I'm here with my friend Ed. How you doing, Ed?
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing well. So Ed, you're the guru, I'm told, of all things Ravinia Farmers Market, Taste of Ravinia, and general organic food here in the Highland Park area. So I'll let you take it away. Where do you want to start, Ed?
Well, I'd like to start at the beginning. I
Sure.
guess in 1978, I opened a store in Highwood, 79, and it was called the Sprout Shop. I decided to grow 10 varieties of organic sprouts, and a market called Ravinia Farmers Market opened up in Ravinia. And so I was a vendor there for the first 3 years before I went into the family business. My passion and my lifestyle changed when I went to Michigan State in 1970, 71. I was in the hotel restaurant sector of the school, and I took a food preparation and a meat and fish and poultry course. And those two courses basically changed my life. It opened the door that I guess totally walked into. And
Sure.
that on campus they were teaching me taste and appearance were the most important thing. Off campus in the natural food stores, the restaurants, the co-ops that were there, I experienced the messaging of you are what you eat, and you have to care about the planet. Okay,
That's a big thing for you,
right.
taking care of the planet.
And that's my mantra as far as what's kept me going all these years, and trying to convince people, not convince, but mention to people how organic is the only farming method that I know of, other than other natural means which do not use the petroleum sources and the chemical usages to alter the soil and the water contamination and the air. And so that's why when I began to learn things in 1970, I stuck with it, traveled around the country in 1976, over 5,000 miles.
Wow.
Coast to coast, going to 50 or more stores, 20 or more farms, etc. And you know, I taught myself, went to seminars, went to trade shows since 1976, the natural food trade shows.
Wow. You were way ahead of your time, it seems, in terms of when people heard about places like Whole Foods and really started to care about eating organic. You know, I mean, you were talking about doing this stuff in the 60s and 70s, well ahead of your time. I mean, how does it feel now, today, where so many people are now finally understanding the importance of organic?
Well, I can say that it finally came around.
So you're involved with the Ravinia Farmers Market and the Taste of Ravinia that they have coming up here, but you got some big stuff happening on Wednesday, right?
Yes. Well, the Ravinia Farmers Market will be celebrating its 45th anniversary, and I'm on the board of the Ravinia Neighbors Association, and it's their 25th anniversary, and I mentioned to the board members that I felt it was appropriate to combine our efforts to celebrate that anniversary.
Sure.
And then I came up with an idea a few months ago, creating the Taste of Ravinia, in which I walked the street half a dozen times, talking to the merchants, seeing who would participate. I told them it was all going to be free this year, because I was more interested in trying to get a message out that Ravinia had businesses. And if we could create a way to show the public that they could come to this town area and see all these wonderful stores, that was the idea.
Yeah, Ed, just listening to you tell your story, it seems like you're a little bit of a visionary.
Well, some people have said that.
Yeah. So Ed, in your great work, you were talking about Ravinia as if it's something else besides a music venue, and to my dismay, I didn't realize that it's an actual town that's right here in the Highland Park area, right?
Oh yes, actually in 1978, when I was the sprout vendor, I lived in one of the apartments on Roger Williams there. So I used to sort of say, just walk downstairs and go to my booth. But obviously I picked up my stuff and brought it there. But having said that, Ravinia Business District is, you know, its own thriving business district in Highland Park.
Got
Okay.
it. I did not know.
And, you know, on my walking, I believe, up to 16 merchants are participating one way or another at the Taste of Ravinia, either giving gift certificates away. A number of them are setting up booths, giving out their product line, and some are just setting up open houses at their storefronts. So I'm trying to diversify in how people can come out and experience the taste of Ravinia. So it's not necessarily for food, but it's to include the merchants in general and combine them with the vendors that I have from the farmers market morning. And then I solicited outside of the morning market people, and I was able to get over 10 new vendors just for the day.
That's fantastic.
So within the day's time, I'll have over 40 vendors that will appear at the Taste of Ravinia, as well as the Ravinia Farmers Market that starts at 7 in the morning. And the switch out's going to be between 12 and 2, where people are be leaving and coming.
What's the exact location?
It's at Jen Jensen Park. The address is 486 Roger Williams, or the Metra Ravinia train station stop in Highland Park. Do you want to hear my piece on the garden?
Sure.
Okay. Well, just to give you an introduction, the Organic Teaching Garden was established with the environmental science classes out of Highland Park High School back around 2010. Mr. Hill, Mrs. Hill, and Mrs. Elizabeth Peterson, okay, have successfully helped me enable their students to learn the one-on-one dummy version of organic growing. Why I say I'm the 101 dummy version is because I self-taught myself. I picked up a lot of things through the years, you know, did read a few chapters, but never books.
My kind of guy.
My father's mantra that I learned from is, you learn through osmosis.
Sure.
Okay? You have to do it in order to learn it.
Amen.
Okay? And so that's how I've learned and created all the different things in my life. This garden was started back in about 2008 with my friend Jim Mauk. There were no raised beds, there was grass, there were trees in the front yard. We cut everything down, and slowly through the years, another friend, Rick Coleman, he helped build the first 9 boxes. Ariana helped me plant fruit trees. Susie Rainbow was there to help me learn something called SPIN, Small Plot Intensive Gardening.
Wow.
Okay, in which you can, within a small space, grow a lot of food.
Yeah.
Okay, and so that's sort of, this is an example of how you can grow enough food for a bunch of people in your own backyard. And you know, the club concept grew out of it, the Organic Food Club, as a way that people could be here as a club member. $10 a season enables you to have my phone number, make a call, come over, pick something fresh. And if you want to be a concierge member, for $10 a month, $120 for the season, we would plant things that you specifically chose at the beginning of the season, and we'd plant seed packs that you were interested in having, and give you raised bed locations, etc. So we're here to help people learn as well and eat organic product.
Fantastic. Ed, people want to learn more about what you do here for the Organic Food Club and the teaching that's going on, and looks like you have some students or helpers or whoever kind of tending to the garden, if you will. Like, if they want more information about that, where can they go for that?
Well, my website is Eddie, E-D-D-I-E, Kugler.com, or you could look it up directly at theorganicfoodclub.com or organicteachgardenhp.org.
And anything for the farmers market or the Taste of Highland Park?
Yes, for farmers market, it's Ravinia Farmers Market with an S.com, and on there we have information about the who's attending at the market.
Fantastic. Ed, thank you so much for your time, and I appreciate all the good work you've done. And it's a pleasure to meet you as a person who had a vision before a lot of people wanted to realize that it was there. All right, how about that story from the 78 here in Highland Park? Ed, a guru, if you will, of all things organic. TomBarneyChicago@gmail.com. If you have a suggestion for a story from the 78, or go over to the website storiesfromthe78.com. We'll see you later.